entrepreneurs, and welcome to the Domino Effect, where we talk about everything business, entrepreneurship, insurance, and financial literacy. And today we're talking about something a little bit different. We're going to talk about insurance. We're talking about something that might even shake up what you know about retirement, something that's going to give you multiple benefits. That's an IUL. An IUL is an indexed universal life policy that gives you 3 different benefits. The first is, of course, it's going to protect your family. The second is it gives you access to tax-free cash that you can use when you get older. And the third is it gives you the opportunity to fund your retirement income. So if you could have an insurance policy that protects your family and builds tax-free and never expires, would that be something worth looking into? That's exactly what we're talking about today. So make sure you watch this video till the end and grab your free gifts. Also hit that like button and that subscribe button so you can do me a huge favor so I can continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. Now let's get into it. Insurance is a very serious topic that sometimes can be considered taboo. It's not the most exciting topic to talk about, right? Because you're planning your death, you're thinking about the death of your loved ones, you're looking at protecting your family in case you're not here. It's not a very fun topic to think about, but it's not one that's not talked about often enough. It's something that I wish that I give more attention to when I was younger, but I didn't even consider doing this until my children were older. I'm here to tell you so you don't make the same mistakes, and also to offer you different strategies, because while there are specific insurance products out there, whole life, term, there are different strategies and ways to use this that are going to maximize your long-term goals. Also, not to mention, the type of insurance you get depends on your age and health. The older you get, the more it's going to cost. So it's always a good time to start looking into the benefits of how this can protect your family. So an index universal life policy, some people call this a whole life policy, and that's because it can be considered permanent. But the difference between an indexed universal life and a whole life is that it's not, index is going to ride the market. That basically means you're allowed to participate in the stock market. So rather than you taking on all of the risk yourself, you and the insurance company is allowing you to participate in the stock market to the point of where if the stock market rises, then your returns will rise. But if the stock market drops or falls below zero, guess what? You don't. Your account will never drop below the principal that you put in. And that's the difference between a whole life and IUL. Whole life policies are all about guarantees. So if you want to make sure that you leave something behind for your family in case you pass away so they can take care of your burial, your cremation, then a whole life policy might be a good fit. It does build cash value that you can access, but there are stipulations. Just like with anything, you want to make sure you do your research and know what the policies are surrounding the withdrawals. Whole life policies can tend to be more expensive, but they do pay dividends. An IUL is something that can fund itself, basically. After a while, you can fund it to where it's just going to survive on its own. And it's a good idea to schedule with the link below so you can see what that illustration looks like for you and your family. So the cool thing about these policies is you can turn this into a stream of income. You can use it for your retirement. You can also take out loans against IULs that are tax-free. Now you can take out withdrawals, right? But withdrawals are going to be taxable in the event that you go over a certain amount. So let's say you're putting in $100 a month. Your cash value for the year is going to be $1,200. You can pull out $1,200 tax-free without incurring any type of penalties. IULs are a really great option for supplementing your 401k or your IRA, or if you're a small business owner and you don't have a 401k IRA, which some don't, or that I've spoken with, then this is a really good option for you, because locking in a tax-free income strategy for you could be a game changer. As you know, with a 401k and IRA, they have penalties if you pull that out early, and you're going to also, you might run into some taxable event. Now, if you get sick, you can access living benefits. And when a lot of people think about life insurance, we're thinking about death. But what about a life insurance policy that you can use while you're alive? What happens if you get sick, if you get terminally ill, then you need something to step in when you lose your job. So that is where some of these riders come in on the insurance policies. Term policies, they have living benefits as well, but term policies do expire. Now you can get a term policy for a lower cost, but just keep in mind, as you age, so will the cost of insurance, and who knows what can happen with your health as you age as well. So living benefits come with an IUL. They also come with a term policy. Term policies will expire. IULs have something in them called a lifetime benefit rider. So when you turn 60, you can basically turn this on, right? You call up the carriers, at one of the carriers that we work with, and you let them know you're ready to turn on your lifetime benefit rider, NLG for example, and they'll turn that rider on, and then that begins your cash-free stream of income that you can use during your retirement, guys. Here's the real tea about 401k, and this is in no way a dig to 401k. This is just giving you a different strategy and perspective into how to set up yourself and your family for long-term growth. 401ks are tax deferred. That means you're postponing your taxes until retirement, assuming that you're going to be in a lower tax bracket, assuming that you think that taxes are going to be in a better state than they are now. And I mean, what do most people think, right? We definitely don't think it's gonna get better. Taxes are probably gonna get worse. I mean, if you just look at where inflation and the national debt are going, you can form your own opinion on that. It's a bit of a gamble. Let's say, John, you're 35, you work hard, you've been working at this company for 10 years, you're contributing $500 a month to your 401k. And by retirement, you've got that $500,000 nest egg, right? Now, Uncle Sam, the government steps in and goes, great job, John. Thanks so much for saving. Now, I'm just gonna reach in here and I'm gonna take my 25% here, okay? That's like over $100,000 gone to taxes. Now, let's compare that to someone who put $500 a month into an IUL. An IUL will grow your money tax-free. You're not going to pay any monies when you withdraw. You're protected from market crashes. So if the market crashes, you're not going to drop below zero. And if you need to access your cash before retirement age, you can do it no problem. There's no penalties, no drama. We have clients that are using IULs to fund their children's college fund. We have business owners and real estate developers that are using IULs as well. For long-term investment strategy, you can use an IUL to help fund your kids going to college without affecting your retirement. That is what flexibility looks like. So that is what the IUL offers. It gives you flexibility and the death benefit for your family. Look, guys, I'm not saying IULs are for everybody. The point of this video is to get you thinking about the best strategies and also to have you sit down and schedule a session to figure out what exactly is going to be the best route for you. Are you in the best plan? And what are the long-term goals for you and your family? IULs can be extremely complex and they're not for everyone. You cannot just go out and get one. You have to qualify as well. And there are so many different ways to set this up. You need to make sure that you are getting into the right, properly structured IUL program for you. Otherwise, you can end up in the wrong program, which would mess everything up. If you're curious about how to set up an IUL and if it's a fit for your situation, then just click the link in the description and we can talk. IULs are not for everybody, but if you're trying to build wealth, protect your family, have an insurance policy, build wealth, protect your assets, and actually enjoy your money before you're 65, then this could be a strategy worth looking into. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Now I need you to do two things. First thing I want you to do is schedule your planning session. Figure out where you currently stand. Are you in the right programs? Do you qualify for a rate reduction? And what is an IUL? Is this going to be a good fit for you? Second thing I need you to do is download your free guide so you can get access to how to grow your business. Do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and share with people in your network. Share with other women in business, other veterans in business. Share with your loved ones, because this is the information that unfortunately I wish I knew when I was younger and most of us don't have access to. It is all about strategies and using these strategies to empower you, your family, your business, and your life. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.